Hello, hello. Alright, well, alright, there it is. And that's Crazy Man and Red Light and Night Ranger. Y'all go ahead and somebody start in.
Alright, I'm talking on I'm not sure if it's 1975 or 1976, as long as it's two. Completely stock Courier CB Deluxe 23 channel crystal synthesis radio. Got a volume squelch, A&L on-off, and a delta tune. And got no Radio Shack power supply with old restored gray DNA later. And this is definitely old school stuff.
10 4. Well, I hope the recording comes out good. It's sitting on top of something there with a speaker on down onto there, so it is what it is. It's got screw terminals on the back for a speaker, and I didn't want to cut the end off of one of my speakers just to hook it up. So I'll get it set up there one day with a little female jack and get it all set up there. Well, it's sounding good.
Yeah, it's pretty to be that old radio. This was new in the box I got off my dual stock I got off eBay a few years ago. It's pretty. Oh, it came with two mounting brackets. It came with the original black one, but it also came with one of those slide mounts. You know, that has a little key so you could slide it in and out of your car. Being everybody was stealing the radios back in there. It was like stealing iPods out of radios now. They were breaking in people's cars trying to get their hands on a CB radio in 1975 and 1976.
Oh yeah, I know about that. Yeah, those things were okay as long as you kept them clean and you kind of took them out every once in a while and kind of burnished the contacts. But you didn't have any problem with the power connections. It was the antenna connections on there could start getting corroded, and the SWR would go sky high. That was the only bad thing about that. But they also made one of them with an alarm system on it. When you pull that thing out and you didn't have it done right, it'd start blowing the horn. You know, that was kind of another feature they used to have. Man, Roger. All right, Crazy Man, what you want? Yeah, we're sure sounding good there. I know when I was coming up the interstate the other day, east westbound, he was really loud down there, Roger. Yeah, just something to do, you know, something to do there, kind of, I don't know, as long as it don't cost too much, you know, you can get one. I got one today for $13, you know, and I hadn't got it yet, but I bought it $13 and like $13 to ship it or something like that. So it's another Courier Classic 3. I already got one of them. I'm gonna try it next week. It's all chrome, real pretty, bass and mobile radio. It's not as it's about the size of a Galaxy export radio mobile, and it's real heavy though because it's got a power supply built in it. You know, back then they had those big old transformers and all like that. So it's real pretty. I just I already had one, but the first one I got was one is a little scratched, not real scratchy, but the one I got now coming, it's like really nice. So that's the one I'll probably use there. All right, well, let me get back and let Joe go at it there. I'm standing by.
Well, thank you guys already over there. I used to have a 45, 47. Go up the radio. That's a 25, 17. But yeah, it's a good strong, clean sound radio. I enjoy talking on it. Hey, tell you what, I'm kind of interested. You said that thing is mobile and base as well. How does that work? Do you have some sort of relay switch or something like that to where you can run it? How does that work exactly?
Well, what it is, it's got two plugs in the back. One of them you plug in for 110 or whatever, wall power, and the other one is for the mobile air, and you plug it in. There's one right over the top of the other one, and that's the way it does it there.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. You don't see that. I haven't seen no radios like that. Not my 20-something years of messing with them, man, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Well, they used to have several, like Sears had one, and that was like a base and a mobile combination. That was a bigger thing. It was a big old mobile. It wasn't real, like a base station. It was an oversized mobile. I don't remember how it did its thing, whether you switched it on the back or what. But this is kind of foolproof right here. You have to plug in a different plug, and so that's how they did it, and I don't know why they didn't do them all like that. Why they didn't make them, I guess, money-wise, I'm sure.
I think Midland has one too. It's like a 13897 or a 13895, something like that. It's kind of a blue and black mobile. Midland had a sideband. I think it was 23 channel that would do that. It had the little transformer built in, but it looked kind of like a mobile.
Yeah, Roger. You know that Sears radio that I've given you there how does it do it? Is that a base and a mobile?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how it did its thing.
I'll go look. I got it sitting here in the box. I'll go grab it and look.
410.
So, what's that radio recording was? Did it have tubes inside that?
No, it's all transistor there, Roger.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool, man. To have that kind of technology. You know what year that was manufactured, roughly?
Yeah, 1974.
Yeah, that's nice, man. That's real nice.
It's real pretty too. Another thing too it's got that I thought was pretty neat on it, it's got slide controls for your volume, your delta tune. Everything's a slide control on the front of it. The channel selector is a dial knob, but also there's a push button control. Like if you got the volume turned up and somebody comes blasting in there, you just reach up and push this button, distant or local, and it knocks the sound down halfway. And it's got a big meter on it, like a Galaxy 88 or 44, or one of those kind, not that little bitty one. It's got the 4-pin mic like the modern radios. One thing neat about it, it's got a speaker that comes out the side of the radio. That's because when it's got 4 little rubber feet on the bottom, so when you set it on the table, you don't have to, absolutely have to have an external speaker because it's a side-firing speaker. I thought there's a lot of those things that they did back then that was kind of ahead of their time. Like I say, it's all nice and shiny chrome, man. It's they spent a lot of money because Courier had that Courier Classic base that was all chrome.
Hey, Tony,
yeah, come on.
That Sears has got that oddball 6-prong plug on the back, like they got on the back of that realistic TRC 455 base. That big oddball 6-prong plug. I imagine they had one plug for AC and one plug for DC. 2 different cables probably came with it, or maybe it was an accessory, but it's that big oddball 6-prong plug.
Oh, okay. Come on.
Yeah, that TRC 455s have that. And they what's bad about losing that cable. You see them on eBay all the time. They don't have the power cord. You try to sell a radio and have the power cord. It's that screw ball plug on it, which means it's the standard plug you can get now fitted.
Yeah, that's that optical plug.
Well, it's kind of a rectangular shape, but it's fatter than what you normally find, and it's got 6 holes in it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I'm curious to know what kind of watch videos are doing. That kind of got me. I see on 21, you got a little swing in that thing, man. I just was curious to know kind of what it was doing on the meter there.
Well, I got a little JB12 hooked to it so y'all can hear me, Roger.
Okay, well, that explains it. I see, not everything's got a pretty solid signal there, so I was just curious.
Yeah, he's running all kind of power over there. So him being a hammy ham over there, he can run all kind of power over there, and me just, I didn't want to say what I was running because he don't like JB12s. So I was kind of, hesitant, but being you asked, I had to go ahead and tell you. Hello.
Yeah, these little crank-cut Cybernet radios, they usually, they come usually doing about 4 watts, but if you want to, you can crank them up to about 5 or 6. I never do, but they would do at least 5 or 6 watts usually, if you wanted to crank them up. But this one's doing 4, and then I got to go into a 4.2 PNA later, and it's kicking about 100 watts AC.
Now that's a PLL, that's the crystal one, or is that the what radio is that again?
It's the Cranko CB Deluxe KCB-2310, so there's no A or B. If it has an A at the end, that's the PLO01A, and if it's got the B at the end, it's the PLO02A. But this one doesn't have an A or B, so this is the crystal synthesis, and it's the 12 crystals. I think 23 megahertz, 14 megahertz, and 12 megahertz crystals.
Oh, I got you. Is that one that you can take and put another crystal in there and with a switch or whatever and make it go different places?
Yeah, and most of these radios, if you balance the channel selector between all of them, most of them, if you balance the channel selector, a lot of times with either the blank space of 22 or the blank space of 23, a lot of times you get it together in what they call then 22A, which later became 24. A lot of them will do that. I don't know if this one will, but a lot of them would.
10 Roger. Well, I know that Tram Diamond 60 with a switch on it and another crystal, it'll go below 1 and above, and it'll get 40. I don't know how high it'll go. But the Tram Diamond 40, the one that looks exactly like it, except it's an AM, it won't do it. It won't do it at all. So, I don't know. But anyway, I was just wondering.
Yeah, you can put extra crystals in it. Generally, you get 4 channels for every 1 crystal. You put in 4 more channels. There's 1 crystal you can do to get the A channels. I think that would give you like 5 channels. But the rest of the crystals, you put in the 1 extra crystal, you get 4 more channels. And then it skips every 4 and 9. So like you don't get 24, 34, or 39. And to get that one, you have to do a different crystal. But it's possible to get all 4. You just have to put a switch with a bunch of crystals in it. Of course, you want to get that Siltronic Model 90 VFO. I think this one would take the number 6. The 90-6 is the one this one takes. So the Siltronic VFO.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, according to S9 and Mike's thing, you can change some things in there to make a lot of them go to fit different radios. I know the 3 fits the Brown Golden Eagle. I don't know what else it fits, but there's a couple things you can change in there. He's got it in his book, that manual there. I bought it, but I haven't really got into it. I just got it to. I was interested in the history. It's got all kind of pictures of it, and pictures of the factory way back, and how Swan was selling them out the back door, and they had one that I forgot the name of it. It was a Swan 200 or something. It was just before the Siltronics 1011B, I think, and a lot of the amateur operators got upset and was, and so they, I don't know, they know over the 200 or whatever. So they fixed that to where that it was for 11 me to receive only, but it was easy to change it to transmit. So they eventually, quit.
Yeah. Well, Unity did the same thing with the ST101 series. And the Tempo 2020 was kind of the same way. You could, in an auxiliary position, so you could put channel a crystal to get 27 megahertz in there, and then it was receive only. But then all you had to do was take a little piece of wire and make a jumper in there, and then it would transmit. So yeah, I guess there's one of the ones. You saw this one had that. Some of them had the auxiliary position, not all of them. But yeah, they tell us, I never did like this electronic radios. They sounded like crap on AM. And they sounded okay on transmit, but they drift around. But Swan was known for drifting, especially the 350. They call that one the Swan 350 drifty. It was so bad.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah. Well, they put out about 100 watts or so on sideband. But like you say, there's a couple of ways those guys would kind of help defeat that drifting around, and of course it's part of playing around with radios, you gotta, got like you flying an airplane or something, you got all kind of knobs, switches and all, and you're like you're the pilot, and you're sitting there, and you get your lights turned out in the room, a little small, like Crazy Man likes to do. Get him a candle burning and a glass of wine and sit there and talk with the lights down in his radio room,
Yeah. Those Model 90s, though, they don't drift that fast. The ones I've had two of them. Of course, the only one I ever used much was the 90-3, but that one actually, it's not that, it's not like it's really unstable or anything. It's not bad.
No, it's just that you was getting your ambiance, your what you call it, your romantic mood going, and you'd get in there and kind of set the mood for your CB night. You'd have your candle and your light slow, your dim lights and a little music playing in the background, and then you would have your radio on there, Roger. Ten-4, is it winking at you or is it just winking? Oh, okay.
The 21 didn't Swan also make an amplifier too, right? Didn't Swan manufacture amplifiers as well?
Oh yeah. They made Siltronics amplifiers too. They like the Siltronics LA 550 or whatever it was. They made a lot of amplifiers and all, and the Swan that I always liked the amplifier was the two-piece one that I can't never remember the name of the thing. It had 2, 3, 500Zs in it. Maybe Night Ranger can tell us what that model was.
Yeah, I remember back in the early 90s. I don't know if you remember those Final Down the 40 from over in Knightsville. I got one from him, and it was a two-piece box like that. But like you said, I don't remember the model or anything like that. I just remember it being a strong two-piece box. But it was a good, strong box for sure.
Yeah, did it have a big old fan right in the back, a big old propeller-looking fan right in the very back?
It's kind of hard to answer you when you won't be quiet. There's the Swan Mark 1 and a Mark 2.
Yeah, Mark 2 is the one I like there. Mark 2 there, red light. That's the one I like. That Swan Mark 2. That I always thought that was a pretty amplifier. The way it looked like it was made, and the way it just looked,
Yeah, staying there in the lab, that's I did want to radio back in the 80s and 90s, but that's it. I don't know for that box, and he had his antenna about 100 foot in a pine tree, and the lightning came up and went home. I guess he forgot to unhook it, so it was fine, everything, radio and both components on the box, I guess you could say it. And wiped it all out there, wasn't it?
So he just threw it in the trash.
I'm not sure. I never thought back to him to see if he still got it. I'd like to think that he would, because he's one of the type people that, only line order, if you know what I mean. He kind of holds on to things, so maybe I need to research that and see if I can't get it from him if he still got it.
Yeah, you can rebuild that. Where's he at? I mean, what town was he in?
This one is in Nashville. But he talked about it with number 2. We get up over in Nashville and Ice Cream Man and, you know, some other guys from back there, like I said, Flower Town Mechanic and them. It was, like I said, back in the early 90s, mid-90s.
Yeah, I was on James Island over there then. We stayed on Channel 3. I knew Flower Town Mechanic pretty good there, where he used to work at and all like that, but he died, and he lived out off of Boone Hill Road at the last. You know, you turn down on Lawrenceburg Road, and which I used to live on the opposite end. He lived at, no, wait a minute, that wasn't no Lawrenceburg Road, that's Maxville Road, whatever, anyway. And I lived down the other end down that way, but you on Boone Hill Road, you turn right there at that what was it, Skyway or something, Skyland or some kind of big place, and you turn the first street you come to on the right, and he was down there on the left, and I went by there. It must have been about 10, 15 years ago, and that place was all boarded up and looked like hell, man.
Yeah, you're right. So I was out in the village, and I was staying, man. I remember that thing good called Sky City. That was the name of the place was Sky City, but yeah, that's what I was down the road right there. This Flower Town in the village.
Yeah, that's what it was, because I lived all the way down, I don't know if you know much about that area, Jedburgh and all, but I lived, if you go and keep it all going before you had to make the turn to go out towards 78 to go to Hodges Grocery. Hodges Grocery was about the only thing in Jedburgh back in the day, because I used to work for Herman Mucking Foods, and I helped build part of that little store there. And Mr. Johnson, and his, the son was a game warden there. Anyway, his mama worked there she was some kind of might have been Johnson's daughter. I don't know, but anyway, I lived down just before you got to the Monkey House. You ever hear anybody talk about the Monkey House?
Yeah, the Monkey House used to be where the Sphinx is now. It's on the corner of Mallard Drive and Lawrenceburg. Yep, I'm familiar with the Monkey House for sure.
Okay, well, if you're coming by the Monkey House, you made that turn off of whatever that street is there, Mallard, whatever it is, I don't remember. But anyway, you turn right there and you get on Old Lawrenceburg Road. The Monkey House is on the left. The first old house you come to, sitting up on the hill, that was where I lived at, right there on the right, on the right-hand side there.
I got you. Is that across from where Puppet always grew on us, where Percy Knight's got a house way up on that hill now. I don't know if that's the same place there or not, but I'm thinking it is.
No, it's way back before that. Almost just as soon as you pass the Monkey House, if you don't, you get going straight good, and right there on the right, there used to be a big old cane patch right there. Big old gigantic cane pole patch right there. And old man across the street, old black fella, he had a mule out there. He plowed his land out there with an old mule, and then on up the road was an old wooden a church up there. But if you went on down past where we lived at, there was a dirt road right there on the right, the first dirt road you come to, and that goes all the way around, goes back up in behind there, and runs out to that back road that goes by that guy you're talking about, Percy Knight, back over there.
Oh my God, yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah. That's the columns, that little dirt road, they call it the columns now, and it led back into Butternut. Actually called West Butternut, but yeah, that's what they renamed it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. I grew up right around the corner, man, by the old Sawmill Speedway there, off of Central. That's where I grew up at.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, back in there, there was some lakes back in there. We used to go back there and go fall gigging back up in there. And there was some lakes back there. And a friend of mine, when I went to high school with him in Charleston there, he moved up there. Old Eddie Harder was back up in there. He was crazy.
Yeah, man, I caught a bunch of fish out there in Twin Lakes and back in off of Pike Town, old Bob's Lake. You know that old river that comes back in off of know exactly what swamp that is. I want to say full hose, but it's not full hose. It goes in off the minus bridge off of 78 before you get to 78, 178 there. Feeds down off of that, the minus bridge. Yeah, that's old Bob's Lake back in there, Timbo.
Yeah, Roger. What was the name of that bar or whatever on the corner of that street there going back in there, the store there, whatever, we used to go in there.
Yeah, it used to be called DK's. Bud Knight had that place, the set to take service. He had it there for a while, and now the Chenners has got it. I don't know if you know Boba Chenners. And Bootsy Chenners was the dad's name. But they were big into construction work, carpentry work. But yeah, they ended up taking it over. I've had the Chenners now. It used to be Bud Knight's place.
Yeah, tenfold on that, dude, yeah. Well, I hung around with those guys and all, and then the other ones that was down there across from, let's see, on Boone Hill Road or whatever, 17A, across from the cemetery. There was a garage there, and those guys used to, the daddy and the brother all used to race cars at the Somerville Speedway. I can't remember his name there, but it's across from Somerville Cemetery over there on the opposite side over there.
Yeah, that might have been a hair bit before my time, but it was kind of cool up by then. Yeah, and now you got that church built there now on the corner of that street, so yeah, a little bit before my time there.
Yeah, tenfold. I'm trying to think of that guy that taught automotive at Somerville there back in the day there. Shoot, man, I can't remember. I don't know why I wouldn't ever remember. Anyway, all right, well that's good. You from around in there? Yeah, I used to drive a tractor down to Carl Knight's store, and L.C. Knight was working in it then, and there used to be a lumber yard, a lumber mill back behind that thing, behind his store. And I'd go down there with a John Deere Model M with a trailer on the back with plywood sides on it. And I had to go and shovel in sawdust. He'd give us sawdust. I had to shovel that damn thing full of sawdust, drive it all the way back, and put it in the damn chicken pen.
Yeah, I remember going on Carl Knight's store, man. That was some of the best fried chicken you can get in the world right there on Carl Knight's store. But yeah, that was back when the Coop River Bridge was a dirt road there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, L.C. Knight, man, he was a young guy, I guess, back then. And, I was back in the day, man. I was a little sleepy little town back there. It ain't that way now.
Oh, man, that's crazy. It's going up, man. I used to have mine in the middle. Old 40 Miners had that big farm there right across from the racetrack. But there was hot dog field there. He had a big logging outfit and stuff. I don't know if you remember him or not, but old 40 Miners, he was something else.
I don't know. It's been so long ago. I moved from here and went to Georgia, and then by the time I got back, it seemed like I got amnesia on some stuff there. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad I talked to you about that. I'd glad to think about that stuff again.
Yeah, man, like you said, it's a little sleepy town right there, but it's changed a lot now, man. It's growing up, and I don't know, got a little bit of crime going on there, you know what I mean?
Well, I guarantee you this is the truth right now. I guarantee if I tried to drive that same tractor and that little trailer down that damn old Orangeburg Road, I would have been dead right now if I tried it today.
Oh, yeah, it was on your slam over. Well, you realize they did it. They texting and driving now, so hey, you must pay attention to the road there, right?
Yeah, Tim Hole. All right, well, let me stand by and let them get in there because I'm getting ready. I got almost 30 minutes on this video gate, so somebody else get in there.
I got about 50 minutes over here.
Oh, 50, well, great day.
Yeah, he put the dog out. She was bumping into the camera stand and whining, walking out and stuff. I had to boot her out of here. Well, she probably needed to go. I took her outside. She seems to be happy now. I gave her a milk bone. But yeah, she was sitting there whining. You watch the video
He's got sparkling cider.
I don't have any alcohol in the house. I don't buy it that often. Every now and again I'll bring home a 6-pack, but most of the time I don't even keep it in the house.
Well, sparkling cider, it doesn't have any in it. It tastes like a crazy man calls it champagne.
Kind of like an old dude there.
Roger.
I think some people like it down. Nasty taking a beer. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop the video game on my end. Classic radio night. Sure, check me out though. This is Classic Radio Night on December 23rd, 2016.
Roger. Me too. That's what I'm gonna do as well. I do y'all. Hey, I guess White Dog getting out there. Anybody else? So, a Crazy Man, a Red Light, and Night Ranger. Appreciate y'all getting in there. I'm gonna put this thing and start uploading it, man. Until we do it again, I'm back out. Yeah, Night Ranger. Hey, Crazy Man. And Night Ranger, I'm going.